Hello everyone. I woke up this morning feeling the weight of the world, the good, the bad, the sorrow and the pain, the joy, and ultimately the beauty of the human existence. And as the time progressed, the day carried on, now halfway through, the weight and the ebb and flow of the humanity shifts and changes in such way that we are shedding our skin. We are removing the unnecessary in order to find peace within. Everything that no longer fits is shedding itself from the status quo of us. And no matter how much time we spend trying to fit those things in, back into our life, back into the status quo of what we know, no amount of effort will allow that needs to be purged stay with us. I believe deep down we all know the things that are staying and the things that are not. The things that no longer fit us and the things that are in fact hindering the progress of our true self. As difficult as it might be to live in the world of unknown and stand on the threshold of something new, something that feels different, something that feels unlike everything you have ever known before. The world of that is indeed the world that we are vibrationally entering into. The thought is scary. The truth is scary. And it can be. It shouldn't be, but it can be. And therefore, the nature of human existence and the nature of our soul is to let that come through. And at this point of our life, regardless of anything else that we might ourselves think as the true nature of our reality. But in the reality of that reality, we are entering into a reality that is the truth, as opposed to reality that we think is the truth. From the human standpoint, we are entering into the vibrational world of where that no longer serves us does not belong here. And that no longer serves the greater good of humanity no longer belongs here. And with that, the feeling of that is the feeling that I woke up feeling this morning. I thought it would come through in the standard written channel format, but the aspect of my humanity needed to be as part of the message itself. So the message is, don't be afraid. Don't be scared of the new world. In fact, the world is the same. It's the new you. So don't be scared of the new you. And the feeling of beauty and love that comes through with the knowledge of that, of what you're blossoming into, is this being that has no limit. It has no hindrance of potential. It has an ability to manifest and create the world that is truly one with us all and truly ours to be in. And that is a concept that is hard to grasp. As I say those things out loud, you pause and go, well, what the heck does that possibly mean? But that is where we're going. And in light of that, realize that any pain, any tears, and any moments of the darkness that you might experience day to day, heck, minute to minute, months, heck, maybe even years, I don't know. I guess it's different for everyone. Are there as just part of us shedding our skin that covered up our true self over all these years. We've been functioning in darkness that we created ourselves. We, at some point, walked into a dark tunnel and decided that this is our home. This is where we belong, and this is where the life will be. And we have become acquainted and, in fact, comfortable with that status quo. We are the children of the light, ultimately. But to find the light, we live in darkness. I'm not saying day to day you're not happy, and I'm not saying day to day you don't experience the joy of life. You do, because in the balance of the dark, there is the light. And now, the new phase of our existence is the realization of that, is the realization of together with our darkness, we are light. And together with our light, we are a new type of self. We are a new type of humans to ourselves. Probably the most importantly to ourselves. To one another, to the world, and in fact to the galaxy. We are entering into the frequency ourselves that now realizes the true nature of our own existence, the size of our galaxy, the difference in our true self and the self that has been thought that we were, the difference in where we fit and where we do not fit, where we belong and do not belong, the difference in what we thought we wanted out of life as opposed to what we actually wanted out of life. So through the nuances and realizations of one's true potential, you can pause, take a breath. I'm taking the breath right now, and realize there is no limit. There is no limit to what you are, and no amount of pain and no amount of hindrance of oneself will stop you from being you. No amount of personal dissatisfaction with self or with those around you will change the true nature of what you are and what the life around you really is. So as you go through any one moment of darkness, or any one moment of question, or any one moment of ups and downs, realize that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You are on the right path of finding the true self that is you. And that within itself is the ultimate potential of beauty. That within itself is the ultimate truth of love in every dimension possible and on every scale. The scale of love within yourself and love of oneness. And I hope someday, if you haven't yet, I'm sure you have felt the glimpses of that love once in a while. Everybody has those moments where you feel it. But I hope you realize that that is where we're going, for that to be a permanent status quo. And I hope you feel it day to day, and I hope you feel it minute to minute, or however you allow yourself to feel it at any one moment. And pause and separate from everything that is not that. That is the goal. The goal is to actively separate yourself from everything that is not that action, that is not that feeling, and daily choose, minute by minute, to be in that world and in that feeling. I say that, but of course, I'm human, and I realize that is extremely difficult. So I give you hope, and I give you maybe the strength you need to realize that we're all in this together, and the path might be different for each one of us. Some of us might have it harder than others, But ultimately, it is the same amount of pain and suffering that we go through, regardless of any nuance of how, that you can realize that that is the oneness of us all, realizing that we are all one, trying to figure out who we are and trying to be our true selves as we enter the new world of oneness, the true world of potential. We are not separate, not to sound cliche, by any means of separation, whether it is the color of our skin, whether it is the difference of our religion, income, heck, belief of whether or not you like McDonald's or not. As simple as that. It doesn't matter in the long run. We're all one. And I hope you feel that, and I hope you feel the love of that. And I hope you feel the shining light that is associated with the eternal love you have coming your way, for you to find your true self and realize the true potential of yourself within. So thank you, and I wish you the best day.